Sorry, I went off there for a minute. So I'm going to make this part 2, and I'm just going to walk around. Sorry, I must have cut off when I changed over there. That's why I did not want to do that. So we are going to usually sing, but I want to show you. We're going to do a healing now. We're going to heal myself. So let me see if I can get that low enough. I'm going to roll my wheelchair up here. It's just so much easier to film these with 2 people, but I have to keep walking around so I can see if I'm on. No, I'm not on. Okay, I'm enough in the video. So this is part 2. When I went to different churches, I'm going to shut this door. Well, no, I'm not going to shut it yet. I learned from several pastors that I do not have the gift of speaking in tongues. That's fine. I don't have it. I don't want it. I'm not going to fake it. I've seen it done occasionally. The best place I've ever seen it done is the Brooklyn Tabernacle, because when you shout something out, somebody needs to interpret it. And another place that is good at this is Happy Gospel Church, right down here in Bradenton. It's like the church next to ours. Ours fell apart and theirs continues to grow. I'm sure we would have been bigger than them because we have better musicians. We have, as far as music, their pastor is better than pretty much anybody other than Randy Bezette. Bayside, best church in town. That's a guy who's authentic. I like the fact that he tries to look good. You don't want a saggy person up there speaking. He was getting wrinkled, so it looks like he had a facelift. Looks like he had a hair transplant. Good for him. You don't want to look old, like Bobby Blackburn down at Trinity. She looks like an old wrinkled bag. And the girl they hired with her, she looks the same. Does not wear a stitch of makeup. I don't want to look at that. I want to look at a pretty person. I mean, Randy has always been a nice looking guy. He's in shape. But he just started looking really old. I mean, his face was like really getting wrinkled and he was losing all of his hair, and he had somebody do it very well. So I'm going to try to do it naturally. I don't ever want to have work. I have my own teeth. I have beautiful skin because of my mother, but you take care of your skin. It's so easy. If I'm going out to a nice occasion, I'll put a little bit of mascara on. I don't want to look like an idiot. I want to look nice. People don't pay attention to an old fart who's 80 years old and wrinkled. They just don't. They don't give a shit about what you have to say. They want to look at somebody who they think is 45 like me. Whatever you think about that is your own business, but they will pay attention to you if you care about, I'm the artist. I have the heart of the artist. So when I tried to learn how to speak tongues, it never came. So one pastor, I can't remember who said it to me, he said, here's a phrase you can say to try to get things going. I don't know what this is, but he said, say these words: bought a Honda, should have bought a Mazda. And just say it fast. Bought a Honda, should have bought a Mazda. And then you say, bought a Mazda, should have bought a Honda. Bought a Mazda, should have bought a Honda. And so it sounds like you're speaking in tongues. It really does. I never have done this because I don't think that's authentic. So, bought a Honda, should have bought a Mazda. Whatever you want to say, maybe that gets things going and people start getting in the spirit that do have the gifts. Not a big fan of that, but I don't even know where I was going with that, but I felt so empowered that night at the prison, or the jail, not a prison. It's not a state prison. I was in there for 3 days for a little 3rd-degree felony. I'm seeing my attorney next week, and we're going to sue everybody and have some justice done because I don't let things go. I just have a vindictive personality if I'm wronged. So you can pray for me just to be nice because I'm mad. But I'm very comfortable now. I got to swim in my pool. I got to go to the Dollar Tree. I had maybe $4 that I got to get a bottle of water. And I got to get toothpaste. So I'm relying on God day to day. He will provide my needs because someday I will get paid. Even though it's been 30 days since I did the work, that church, either by will or by force, will have to pay me. You cannot just not pay people for their work. I'm not going to go running down there. They know what they need to do. Go to the bank across the street and put the money in. Your church has $300,000 in savings and checking. I know because I write the checks. I don't sign them. Those are signed by C.C. Grabowski, Mary Alice. And you know what? Mary Alice started signing checks. She never looked at any of them. She never looked at one check. I said, how about I write a check to the casino and we'll go? Okay. Do we need people in ministry like that? Because people like Rita Schaefer are giving $5,000 a month. I'm sure she doesn't want her money to be handled like that. Pam Hochman is a very faithful giver and one of my best friends. She's given probably $5,000 a month. I don't think that's the church you want to give your money to. Don't. They don't know what they're doing because jabberjaws never shuts up long enough to listen to what she's supposed to be doing. Nor the gremlin, nor Pastor Chuck Wiggins. But anyways, Jabberjaws is the kind of person that, and I told the pastor, do not do this. Do not open it for prayer requests in church. And he's stupid enough to do that. So first time, Jabberjaws always answers, wants to give a prayer request. Okay. I want to pray for my sister's daughter's dog's cousin's aunt's uncle. Well, who the hell is that, and why should I care? Because I can't even follow the lineup. Then she goes 10 minutes about that. Oh, but I also want to pray for my son-in-law who died 5 years ago, and his parents are still having a problem with it, and I went up there and I'm coming back down. Listen, that's way too many details, Jabberjaws. Just say, pray for me. Churches are so stupid. They would be the kind of church that sings a song like Good, Good Father, and they'd have like a 90-year-old guy singing up there to like a 70-year-old woman. Listen, that's not your father, stupid. That's two old people. Get a father like my dad and a son like me, and I play, and somebody will sing it for him. That's being an artist. These churches are so stupid. That's just such common sense. Don't sing a song about your mother and have some old fart sitting up there who's a guy. It's just so stupid. I'm so sick of the way churches do business. So I started my own. This, again, is the, what did I call it? Good old time gospel hour. And I am the pastor, Pastor BadAss. And Lucky is my assistant. He's going to do all the filming or whatever he needs to do. And he's wanted to be called Jesus, and I said, nope, that one's already taken. He always wants a different name. One day he wants to be called, Lucky's the best one I found, but sometimes he wants to be called Kiwi. Sometimes he wants to be called, I don't know, he's got a different name every day. I don't understand that, but if you want to be called Late to Supper or Fuckface, whatever, I love you and you love me. So I'll call you whatever you want me to call you. I liked what my parents always did. They called each other dear. Deer, come over here. And I would look over and I would think I was going to see like a deer. And I never saw a deer. I'm like, huh? My mom had so many good things, though, that have really impressed on me lately. Here's a good time saver. Because as you get old, the one thing you can't replace is time. You can make more money. But my mom used to always say, put it back where you got it. And she would shout it over and over. And she never explained it, but it makes sense. Because everybody, and I am so sick of wasting my own time. Where's the scissors? Okay. So when I got home, I spent the first night from jail, and had to walk home 26 miles because nobody picked me up, but it's all right, I'm able. Here's where we keep the scissors. We keep them in this drawer. Put it back where you found it. I keep telling Lucky that. Put it back where you found it. My mom never told me why, but she said, put it back where you found it. So, other things we're going to put back where we found them. Let's see, what else do we have a place for? I've decided that all of the, over here, all of the stuff like towels is going to go in here, and all my tools are going to go in these drawers. I already know where the car goes. It goes out here in the garage, so put it back where you found it. I put tape over all these windows because I have windows in my garage, and people love to come and look in the windows. Like, I see people looking in here all the time to see if I'm home. Well, I'm going to find something nicer, but I don't need you looking in my windows. If I want to see you, I'll come to the door. Don't knock. If you're uninvited, don't come. Don't want you on my property. I don't want the police here because you ran out and I had to throw you out and you're all mad and you're crying like last time with my daughter. I'm not doing that, so don't come here. And then here's where you sleep. Don't need to see that. It's none of your business. And Lucky's room is over here. He went to bed. He's tired. I'm not going to force him to do anything. And then here is a room full of treasures. We just painted this orange. I'm liking it. I'm going to sell some things, so if anybody's in Bradenton and wants this stuff, please come and text me at 941-204-6105. We're selling this little frame here for 20 bucks, that one on the bottom, because it doesn't have glass, but it's very nice. This picture, really nice, I just don't like it, of palm trees, 20 bucks, very cheap. I just don't want this stuff. I got my stuff all up like I like it. Got my mom this game of Flinch. This Marathon truck is for sale. I got this when I worked for Marathon for 15 years. Very nice. Never been taken out of the box. That's probably worth 50. Somebody's supposed to be coming and getting all this little amp, and it's a Behringer amp. That was only $25. This little picture lights up. It's really nice. I'll sell that for 20. Got that and I don't really use it, but everything else in here is not for sale, but just text me or I'll leave it on the porch. You can leave the money. I'm going to put it on Marketplace, but if somebody wants it, 941-204-6508. Let me show you how this one lights up. It's very nice. I think it's Thomas Kincaid or something. Got to do all this stuff at one time because I don't have time to put stuff in Marketplace. Here we go. There we go. Look how nice that is. Lights up. It's really nice. 20 bucks. If anybody wants it, I just didn't like it. I got all my stuff that I need. I'm a minimalist. I don't like a bunch of junk. There's the front of the picture. Okay. That's my little guest room. If somebody needs a place to stay, homeless person or whoever. I got a home. I don't need to throw people out. Why should I sleep in a beautiful home and somebody else has nothing? These people in our church should be in a cardboard box for what they've done. Each one of them has $1 million and nobody will help anybody. Not even 20 bucks for their worship leader. So I'm just gonna do worship here. And I'm gonna do these videos every day because that's what I want to do. Okay, we're gonna make this shorter. This is still part 2. We'll do this every Sunday night. It's gonna be called Old Time Gospel Hour. Preacher, Shaun, BadAss. Who else do we have? Romeo, or that's what people know him as. Lucky is my assistant. And we'll probably have a musician. Maybe someone like Pam and I can do a duet on my new piano. It's supposed to be back there in that corner next week. So, got a Kawai. I love Kawais. I can't wait. Haven't had a piano for ages. Okay. Here are some rules that I'm trying to teach Lucky. Oh shoot, I gotta go back to the wheelchair. I was gonna do like a healing. Watch this. I don't know if this is gonna turn out. And then I start being like, I am healed, I can walk. See? We even do healings. I tried to get him to push me up tonight to the Dollar Tree, and he wouldn't. So I said, fine, can you mow the yard? Here's exactly how I want it done, and he did it. So that's a good trade. I'm not gonna force him. He didn't want to do it. Too far. Okay. Now we're going to go through the last part of the message since we have no music tonight. This is pretty short. Here are the rules that we're learning. I don't know how to get this in the light. This is where it's hard to do a video by yourself. Okay, let me take this off the tripod. I take this tripod everywhere now. Just because it makes it so easy to grab and get a thing of life. Okay. Here's the rules. What I'm trying to teach Lucky and about I'm trying to teach myself. So number 1, don't ever hurry. I'm not hurrying because I'm sick of hurrying. I'm too old. It's going to make my life a lot less early or a lot less long. Number 2, don't let other people hurry you. I'm done. I'm not doing that. Last night I was coming home, had no gas. Literally, I had no gas. I was at the gas pump, put $5 in, was ready to leave. Man comes running over. Sir, do you have jumper cables? No. I should have just said no. I should have said no. Because then I got to spend a lot more time. I have no gas. But I'm like, okay, yes, I do. I should be nice. But next time I'll just say no. Because people don't want to help you. Nobody wants to help you. I should have just said no. Everybody else was saying no because they probably didn't have them or they didn't want to help him. So I'm out of gas. I pulled my car over and I said, can you give me $5 for gas for helping you? No, we don't have it. Okay, you don't have it. Then, this was such a hassle. I have a 15-year-old car, so once in a while, the key fob falls apart. And I have 2 key fobs, and they both fell apart. So, excuse me. The other problem with my trunk in this beautiful car is that the inside trunk release does not work. So the jumper cables were in the trunk. I could not get in the trunk or pretty much even in the car after a while, so he really screwed me up. So I was messing around a long time just trying to get in the trunk, and then eventually I thought, well, I'm not even going to get in the car. So I screwed my whole eye up, and I should have said, no, I don't have jumper cables, because if I did, I was going to say, hey, you can buy these for $5. I wasn't trying to be mean, but hey, you can help me, sucker. I helped you. But eventually somebody came over with other cables, and he never even said thank you. So that's what the world will do. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. They'll get everything they can get out of you and offer you nothing, which is what you better expect. That is the world we live in. I was at Walmart, Sam's Club, I ran out of gas. Our church automatically canceled the card. I wasn't going to put it on their card, I was going to pay with my own card, but I had to use their card to get it started. I'm not a Sam's Club member. They canceled it, so I couldn't get gas. I stood out there for an hour asking people if they had $5 in gas, or could I get $5? No. I was dressed nice. No, nobody has it. I asked a very nice dressed couple in a brand new 2027 BMW, do you have $5 for gas? No. And they were very offended that I asked them. No, nobody's willing to help. Just count on it. Nobody will help you. Do it yourself. Be prepared. I'll never be unprepared again. But you know why I have no money? Because my little church won't pay me. They owe me $1,500. I shouldn't have had to beg for people to give me gas. Shouldn't have had to do it. It's criminal. Next one, dress for the occasion. I'm tired tonight, but every day I'm starting to feel better. And when justice is served, and I get a bunch of money, and I get justice, I'm going to feel great. But I'm in no hurry. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm not going to let anybody hurry me anymore. I'm going to go do the things I want to do. I don't have a job because they fired me, banned me from the property. The temple that doesn't even own the bill. You wait till we get done with all that. That's ridiculous. Okay, so I went through put things where you found them. That was great advice by my mother. This one is really good. Keep the big thing the big thing. That's what I'm trying to do tonight, but I have a lot to say. Usually this will just be one topic, but I just want to try to get through some of this on our first evening together. Keep the big thing the big thing. Talk about one thing. My videos are on this channel. There's like 60 of them. Please like, subscribe, and share and comment. And then we'll get everybody paid. And then if somebody needs some money, I'll cash app you if I have it. I don't care. I got enough money of my own as soon as the church pays me. I said to Lucky, who do we ask for help? And the number one answer is God. We ask God for help. Who do we ask on earth for help? I said we ask nobody, because nobody's going to help. Nobody cares. People are too busy, like my daughter. It's not his issue, like my son, which it's not. This is my issue. But just plan on making some friends that you know will come for you. I know some of those people already, Lucky, and we're going to get him a phone instead of a stupid little Verizon phone that doesn't answer any calls. We threw that in the lake. Now I have to pay some guy $200 to bought that for him. I don't care. I need to reach him. If I reached him the first night, if my aunt, who lives right next door, Marge Spangler, would have answered the phone, I called them 50 times. I called her 50 times on her cell and 50 times on her home phone. Every time the call was refused, they know who it is. Who do you know right now that's in jail? You don't need to be scared. Just answer the fucking phone. All I need you to do is walk next door and give your phone to Lucky. That's all I need. Wouldn't do that. Nothing. Zero. So plan on these people not ever helping you. You think I'm going to ever go out of my way for any of these people? No. I'm going to go out of my way for Christopher, who went to the bail bondsman and paid the fucking bail. Thank you, Christopher. I didn't know his last name. I hardly even know the guy. Let's see. Do not spend half your life putting things where they don't belong. That's just putting things in their place. Again, my mother had so many good advice. I just never knew why. You put things in their place so you always know where to find them. Don't take this, and I kept doing this all night. I would take the scissors, and I would start out on the drawer, and I would put them on the car. Don't waste half your life looking for things. Where are my keys? Where are this? I got so mad at my daughter one time. She lost her purse. She's like, where's my purse? I'm like, I don't know where your fucking purse is. Go find it yourself. I'm not responsible for things you lose. Waste your own time. I'm not going around looking for stuff you lose in your own car. It just really pisses me off. Put it back where you found it. Another great advice my mom always had. She's got a lot of good advice. She's just mean. She is like a drill sergeant. But she's got good in her. And hurt people hurt people. She's been hurt. Her mother died at a young age. She lost my dad 2 years ago. He was the one that calmed her down and said, dear, be nice. Nobody's around to tell her. Be nice. Don't be mean. That's all you got to do. So she would say, to everybody. She was adamant about not wearing shoes in the house. So we had a bunch of friends come over, and my sister knows this because I ran to the front door in front of the whole family, and I opened the door like this. And my friend was standing there, and I yelled right in his face, "Take your shoes off before you come in the house!" Just like my mom had done to me. Just really goofy. I don't care about wearing shoes in the house. Look at my floor. This is very easy to clean. But I don't need a bunch of people traipsing through here. I'm going to have my piano, and it'll be one person who I invite. If you want to come, tell me, but I'm not going to promise anybody. Certainly won't be my daughter, because she doesn't have time, so I don't have time for that. Sorry. It'll be someone like Pam Hupschman. We'll do a piano duet. I'll have to think of some other people. It won't be anybody from the church, because I found out that I couldn't count on any of them, all the musicians. Cece, Connie is the worst. She was not only unwilling to help, she was trying to say negative things about me. He's crazy, all this. Thank you, Connie. You're crazy. How come someone as old as you is still single? How come someone as old as you is still so fat? Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody likes you. We tolerate you. That's why you've never been married. I'm not trying to be mean, but you were mean to me. This is all fake. This is a scam. No, Connie. You know me. I've worked with you for 4 years now. I came to see you with Romeo at Bell's when you couldn't come to the Christmas Eve service. Do you remember that, Connie? I cared about you. I loved you. Romeo loved you. You cried at the counter because you were so touched that somebody would do that. And then you didn't do anything for me, so I know I can't count on you. Why would I ever want to spend time with you again? So please don't ever speak to me again. I have no time for this. I want to be surrounded by a group of people that I thought I had that would be on the steps of the jail saying, listen, this is not a murderer. This is not someone who would destroy our church. Maybe the temple because they just deserve it, but I didn't. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even on the property. I went to the door to check him, and I pulled it, and I couldn't get in. You saw it. It's on my Cadillac video. So clear. I'm glad I have my own video. They weren't running video that night. So, Connie, I went to see the pastor in the hospital. I spent hours with him. Nobody else went. And then he's the first person to call the police and say that I did it. Thank you, Pastor Chuck. What a horrible excuse you are for a human. 30 years in ministries, and this is where you end up. Very, very sad. So I don't know how to get my face on this, but just walking around the house, I'm going to end this. Thank you for tuning in to our first, I don't know what I called it. Did I call it? I don't know, jamboree or whatever. I will do this every Sunday night, sometime in the evening. I don't hurry, so when I get around to it, doesn't matter. You can watch it at any time. And I'm getting tired, so I'm going to close with a prayer. And I'm going to close with a blessing. So put your hands up in the air like this to receive the blessing. You are blessed when you go in. You are blessed when you go out. You're the head and not the tail, above and not beneath. You are the righteousness of God in Christ, and you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. He loves us so much. You're winners, and you're not losers. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Put your hands up, receive this blessing. Your kingdom come, your will be done today as it is in heaven. Give Shaun his daily bread, and forgive me my debts as I forgive my debtors. And lead me in not temptation, but deliver me from evil. For you are the power and the kingdom and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And now, to him, watch the lightning strike. This is exactly what happened. I swear you not. I kid you not. And now, unto him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or can ever imagine, be at work at you and in the church, in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus. Please help us to remember the commandments. I'm going to read them one more time because these 2 commandments were from Jesus, and they're the only ones that matter. Number 1, Matthew 22, 37 through 40. Jesus said, number 1, to love God completely. Number 2, to love your neighbor as yourself. Love people. The rest of my life, I'm going to do my hardest to love people. Would love be mean? No. Would love be rude? No. Would love be honest? Yes. Can love get angry? Yes. There is a time for anger. Jesus was angry in the temple. Shouldn't be selling stuff in the temple. You shouldn't be stealing stuff in the temple either. The singing rabbi and your sidekicks, God's gonna not like that. Puppies shouldn't be doing that. And the church was stealing too. Mary Alice signed a bunch of checks that were all fraudulent. I just kept them on my file and I wrote them over correctly. But if we'd have sent them, she'd have went to jail just for that. She never looked at them. Pam never looks at the check. I could make a check out to Bozo, the clown. And Jabberjaws is so busy in the middle of a story that she just signs it. She doesn't care. She doesn't look. And then we have Ed Tribe, who is mealy mouth from the sixth dimension. He's also on the board. And everybody laughed when they signed these papers. Oh, I want to be treasurer. Now, you're going to be sorry you signed corporate church papers, because I know that makes you liable. Somebody's the president. I think it's Pam. Jabberjaws. Ed Tribe is somebody, but Ed Tribe spends his whole life on Facebook complaining about Trump. And I'm so fucking sick of this. This man does nothing except complain. He gives a little bit of money because he tithes, but he has a lot of money. He was a teacher. He probably has $1 million. Gives $150 a week. One of the biggest givers in that church is him. But I'm so sick of seeing him on Facebook every day complaining about Trump. And that's the problem with leaders. I'm a leader. The minute you step up, then everybody wants to criticize you. Well, I don't like this. I don't like the music. I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, then fucking do it yourself, Ed. Why don't you run for president? Because nobody would vote for you. You're too old. You can't hardly get a thought together. For a while, I thought you had a stroke. But you're capable enough to put a post on Facebook every day complaining about Trump. I like Trump. I don't consider myself MAGA, but I like Trump. He is a leader. People need to get off his shit. He stepped up and didn't need to. He's not doing it for the money. He's leaving a beautiful wife at home, or whatever. I don't know why you'd ever do that. They've never given her any credit for anything either. She's been the most beautiful first lady we've ever had. Maybe besides Nancy Reagan. But Trump is a leader. He leads. He says, this is what we need to do, and he fucking does it. Do you like it? Maybe not. I don't like everything you do either. Do you like everything I do? I doubt it. Let the man lead. Get off his shit. I'm telling you, this is ridiculous. There are other leaders that I love. Number one, Hillary Clinton. I don't care what Republicans say. She is a leader. One of my favorite leaders because she's also a woman. She should have been president in 2016. She was the most qualified. She was a Secretary of State. She was a former First Lady, probably running it all at the time while Bill was busy diddling everybody. But I thought he was a good president. He was nice. He was nice. Everybody liked Bill Clinton. And he got the economy under control. And here's another leader, Barack Obama. Whatever, I voted for him. People could not believe. I vote by person, not by party. He was a good president for 8 years. He was civil, he was kind. A lot of things Trump could learn from. But Trump is put down by so many people, he has to be aggressive. He is a leader. Leave him alone. I liked Barack Obama. He was a good president because he cared about people. He gave us a vision of hope. We needed hope. We all need hope. And best of everything, he got us a health care plan. Is Obamacare perfect? No. But you know what? He did something. He did something. Hillary tried. She really did. She probably laid it all out and then he just claimed it, but we needed a system. Is Obamacare the best? No. But it's something. I like Elizabeth Warren. I don't hear what my Republican friends say. She is for the people. She tries to protect people from being mistreated by companies like Cadillac, who treated me like horrible. She is a great leader. She should be our next president. Trump's too old. I like Vance. We'll see. I like Rubio. But another leader is Pete Buttigieg. I don't give a shit that he's gay. He is qualified. I think he would make a great president. He's civil. He's kind because he's been through all this shit with the gay stuff. He is nice. It's all God requires us to be. Love God and love your neighbor. Pete does that. I hope I get a chance to meet some of my heroes someday. I don't care, but they're great people. Let me think of any other leaders. Bernie Sanders, good leader. He's too old, and all he does is get up there and say, oh, he sounds like the Count on Sesame Street. Healthcare for the people. I mean, he shouts it over and over again because nobody listens. He just wants wealth to be redistributed, which is I want. Take from the greedy and give to the needy. Why does a company like Walmart have 5 of the richest people in the world, the Walton family? Who are they giving to? The money they have, everything at Walmart should be free. I don't get it. We need to close down these greedy people and I'm opening my own store. It's called Cup of Water. And part of the water will be free. I will have the fancy water like this, Core, which is my favorite. You got to pay for that. Or this, Foss, my all-time favorite. That is the smoothest water. And what I got for really cheap at, what was it, Dollar Tree, I got Fiji for $1.50. You can get cheap water, but this will be the premium water. We will give free water to everybody. I'm opening a store at St. Armand's where everybody will be offered free water. That'll be one side. I don't want you clogging up my whole store. But we want to offer the visitors the little tiny bottle of water. Cold. We don't give out warm water. People are nuts. I don't want a fucking bottle of warm water. Better be ice cold. We're on the beach. Stupid. It's not rocket science. It's common sense. S-E-N-S-E. But I can buy so many of those and give them away. I don't need the money. But we're going to offer and take donations. We're going to have good, better, and best. $3, $4, and $5. This is a $5 bottle of water. This is a $5 bottle of water. I don't know what else I have in here to show you. I wasn't planning on all this. Then there'll be $3 and $4. We will have one person running the store. There'll be 3 big garbage cans. Good, better, and best. Put your money in. We don't take credit card. And if you don't pay, then it's between you and God. Put your money in. If you need change, take money out. It's not rocket science. I'll stock it. I'll buy it. It's going to be fun. Cup of Water, St. Armand's. I just got to find which location is best. There'll be one side for free, but I don't want you clogging up my store with all your lines for this free little bottle of water. Please don't be a pig and take a bunch. And then you're going to have the offer to buy good, better, and best water because I love water. And Jesus says, in my name, give a cup of water to the little ones and you will be blessed. And man, he has blessed me from my heart. Everybody knows I give as much as I can. I love homeless people. I carry dollar bills in my car. Well, they're going to go to get a drink. What, for $1? Have you tried to buy liquor? You can't buy it. I give them a little thing of cold water. That's all they want. Meet people's needs, their basic needs, before you try to thump them over the head with the Bible and get them to be a part of an 80-year-old church where nobody does a fucking thing. That doesn't inspire anybody. It doesn't change the world. We need to take from the greedy and give to the needy. And like Bernie Sanders says, fucking redistribute the wealth. This doesn't all need to go to a few people. Why does Jeff Bezos have $1 jillion and we all have a first trillionaire? I think Elon is pretty, he gives a lot of money to charity. He doesn't live in a fancy house. But why does just Jeff Bezos need all this money? What, for his wife's facelift? She looks horrible. She's looking like a clown. If they pay that much, I don't want it. I don't want to ever have to have surgery. The only person I've seen looks good is Randy Bezos, so I'm going to have to ask him where he got his if I ever need it, which I don't. I take care of myself, and so did he, but genetics is part of it. I have great genetics from my mother and my father. They looked very young. Shorty Spangler, Judy Spangler. Very young. Nobody had any idea how old they were. Yes, my mom used oil of Olay her whole life. She never preached about that. She just did it. She wanted to look good for my dad. Okay, so I'm getting low power here, so that means God is asking me to close this. So we're going to come to a close. I already said a prayer, so please like, subscribe, and share. Made the channel name easy, Cup of Water, LLC. Comment. I will try to comment back to every single person. That's what I do all day, because I want to make money to help people. So thank you for joining in to good old gospel hour with your pastor Shaun, BadAss, with Lucky, and with the whole Hee Haw gang. I hope you guys have a blessed week and do what God says. Love Him and love others. This world can be a great place if everybody follows that one rule. All right, over and out. You guys have a great night. Good night.